So welcome to Skip the Podcast. I go by DJ Brad,
Okay, Skip.
and we in a special place today. It's very hot and humid. Where we at, Kay?
We're in Jamaica, Mom.
No, not Jamaica.
Days.
I've been telling people we've been in Africa.
You have been saying
In
Africa.
Africa.
I don't know why you keep saying Africa. So that's why I look bloated on camera, everybody. I've been eating good. It's everything. This is a great place, so definitely
It
come
is.
out.
It is. Should definitely go to Jamaica. We right outside of Ocho Rios. Jamaica, very nice, beautiful place.
What you just called?
Ocho Rios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where we are. So, what's our first subject for today?
And it's 9:30 here, by the way, almost.
Yeah,
And I have
9:30.
my drink per usual. All right, so before we go any further, definitely want to always make sure that we thank everybody for watching. Like, this is, I think I say this a lot. This podcast is very impromptu. So when people come and they say that they love the podcast or they're talking, even if you hate the podcast, I'll take that too. We take all types of feedback. Tell us what you want to hear about, what you want us to talk about,
Yep.
any of that. So we really appreciate everybody doing that.
Definitely appreciate you tuning in. If
thank
you're
you.
your first time watching, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Our posts on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're on a little bit of everything. Audio-wise, too. Shout out to my people who are listening. If you're listening right now, you might hear the waves in the
Hello.
background because we're in Jamaica, so.
Just don't fall asleep.
All
It's
right.
very soothing.
It definitely is.
That's kind of where I want to lead into. I want to go with the best thing that has happened this week. Let's
best.
go there. Tell me
What's
the
the best
best thing
thing?
that happened to you this week. I want to always let's give one positive thing.
So the best thing that happened to me this week, of course, celebrating my birthday. Kay surprised me with a trip to Jamaica. So that definitely was the highlight of probably my year, was that, she decided to take us to Jamaica. So, yeah. What about you? What's your highlight of the week?
The highlight of the week would be just the birthdays. We celebrated, I think, we celebrate with everybody.
Definitely did.
Literally everybody. We celebrated with our
Close
some of our
friends.
closest friends who are family members as well. So shout out to everybody. We went to Taranga City.
You went to
It was
Taranga City.
definitely lit. So I appreciate that. Taranga City in Atlanta.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. I had on the hat in the building, so y'all make sure y'all repost that.
Right. So my husband, and I'm going to say this too real quick. So Brad, he's a hat connoisseur, and it didn't dawn on me that he does remind me of Cole from Martin. So when Bailey posted that, it like took me out. So shout out to Bailey for saying that, because people who have, remember Martin with Cole with the hats. He had on a different hat for each outfit.
You definitely
That
did.
is you.
That's me.
That is definitely you.
Okay.
Too many hats.
Too many hats.
Too
yeah.
many hats.
I got a hat zipper bag.
Yes.
So.
On top of extra hats. So best thing that happened this week, definitely birthdays. Brad got to celebrate with his kids as well.
For sure. Not biological kids.
Yes, but biological kids.
Okay.
They're biological kids. They're biological kids. That's the best highlight of my week.
Okay.
So I think my topic that I want to talk about, since of course we're here in Jamaica, traveling with your friends, spouse, significant others. I see a lot of people here with their friends as well. Older people, young people. What's your thought process? You've been on trips with friends.
So what's the question? Is it
What are your go-tos? Like, do you like going on trips with friends? Is it a
compared
specific
to what?
thing?
So would you
Anything.
compare it to spouse?
No, because ain't no trip better than a trip with me.
Okay.
Period. I already know that, so I ain't worried about that. We're gonna get there later. But with your friends,
What do you mean? What like?
With my friends, so with T and I, we go out, on trips together. We know that we can afford the trip together,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You don't need a million people. I don't want a million people on a girl's trip.
Yeah.
Even when I went with my line sisters to Mexico last year, it was still there
Yeah.
was. So how do you feel about that?
Going on trips with friends.
With friends?
Okay. Well, let me start with the friends first before I get into anything else. So, I feel like going on trips with friends, it can be a gift and a curse. And the reason I say that because all your friends usually, I mean, some of them they might be, but usually on different levels. Some of them may have a little bit more financial, whatever, or some of them might not. Then you got your friends who like to plan everything before we go. Then you got some friends that like to just go by the with the wind on their boots or some shit. What they say? Anyway, they like to just go with the flow.
Something about the seat pants or
Yeah,
something.
something
I
like
don't
that.
know
How
that.
about the
Somebody
seat of your
comment.
pants? I
Somebody
don't know what that means.
comment. Tell her how to say that.
But I think going with friends can be fun and it can be stressful at the same time. And I say fun because you're out with your friends, y'all out having a good time, y'all going to a place you've never been. You kind of have somebody to kind of, not care with, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just out doing whatever. But then it can also be stressful because, like I said, you have friends who might not have the financial whatever. So y'all might have to pick up some of the slack if you really want this friend to go.
But my thing is, okay, that's cool. All in all, you might have a little friend that ain't got it, and I get that. I understand
Yeah, it
that.
happens all the
We
time.
always, I think that everybody's been there a time or two.
Yeah.
But if you are the friend that can't really afford, are you still going? Or are you gonna be
Am I that
honest?
friend?
Are you gonna be honest and say, "Hey, I ain't got it."
To be honest with you, I can't speak from that thing. Not saying that I just always had it. I didn't. I am fortunate enough to have a successful business, two different businesses, and I work too. So we definitely stack up some travel funds. So, but I'm just speaking to past encounters. We have been on a trip where a certain friend didn't have it, and we kind of just made it work so they could have a good time too. But I think if it was me, I would stay at home. I would put in perspective that I have other things obviously that I need to prioritize, and that's making money to provide. Not saying that you might not have money to provide for yourself and stuff like that, but if you definitely don't have extra funds to go on a trip, I think you should stay at home. What you think?
Okay. Do you think I should stay at home?
No, do you think if you were that friend who didn't have, would you stay at home, or would you just go anyway?
No, I'm going.
Okay.
I'm a female. I'm going because I feel like
Well, as a female, you have males who will pay for trips.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not paying for anything. I feel like I shouldn't,
Yeah.
or
Well, all females aren't blessed to have
they
that.
you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And just like I feel like it's unfair, because me, in my 35 years of living, I ain't never had no female just pay for everything.
Yeah.
Even you ain't pay for everything.
I get because I'm not supposed. I feel like I've grown up where I'm not supposed to.
Why is that a double standard? I feel like that's unfair.
For the same reason that some things are for boys or men, and they're not for girls or women. So I don't know. That would be something I'm gonna have to.
So tell me how you feel about traveling with friends and stuff, since you asked me that question.
I love to travel with friends. I definitely love to travel with friends that like to have a good time, or even if you don't have a good time, I don't need anybody to have a good time. I can go somewhere by myself. I don't need anybody to go somewhere by myself. That don't mean that y'all come try to kidnap me, because I will stab your ass. But still, I am definitely. I can go with friends or without friends.
So what seems to be more fun, friends or being with your significant other?
It really depends on the place, the celebration, if there is a celebration, of course. Going to Mexico with my license was amazing.
Okay.
Cabo, if you've never been to Cabo, book now.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those things where you do need those travel funds.
You do.
Um, it is not cheap.
I feel like you need travel funds just to go outside in your own city.
Yes,
For
I
real.
think you definitely do.
Yeah.
You definitely do.
Went to Atlanta and I can't even tell you what we spent in Atlanta, but I know 2 bottles was $800, and then we bought a spread of food. So
And parking.
and that's probably at least $1,500,
Parking,
$1,600
tipping,
between
all of
everybody.
that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it was a bunch of us, so I mean that still wasn't that bad, but $400 for a bottle is a lot. I appreciate you tuning in. If
Thank you.
If your first time watching, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share our posts on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're on a little bit of everything.